Hello, my name is Carolyn Latta. I'm your student's 11th grade history teacher this year. You can see my picture on the screen and my email in case you ever need to contact me. I sincerely apologize for not being able to make it tonight. I am home feeling under the weather, but I hope this short video will help you understand a little bit more about what your student will be learning in class this year, as well as some major topics and activities. The standards for this course are a little bit different than a little different this year than they have been in the past. In the fall semester, students will study World War I, the 1920s and 1930s in the United States, World War II, and then end the semester with a National History Day project. In the spring semester, students will demonstrate knowledge of the Cold War. They will demonstrate knowledge of life in America in the 1950s and 60s. They will study the Kennedy administration and the Vietnam War, and then they'll end with the end of the Cold War and challenges facing the U.S. in the 21st century. The change this year is we've added the spring semester from the 12th grade history course into the 11th grade history course. So we've kind of taken sort of 3 semesters of American history and squished them into 1 year. That way it'll free up government and economics next year for the 12th graders. And I will also be co-teaching this 11th grade course with Mr. Carmichael. He has 2 sections of 11th grade. I have 1. So we're having a lot of fun planning this together with his knowledge of assessment and my fun hands-on activities. Just a quick look at our portals page. So I'll be updating this weekly. As you can see, this week we have been exploring World War I, especially looking at the experience of the soldiers in World War I. Students are turning in an assessment on the life of World War I soldiers that is due on Monday, September 16th. Further down the portals page, there are links to any videos and lectures that we do in class, any movies that we do, including a great website called The Great War. It's a channel on YouTube that has hundreds of videos on World War I that students can watch on their own time. There are also files, so anything that I upload or that we do in class will be on files. So you can see we have some articles for the students to use on their assessment, as well as audio support for those articles. All right. Some new things in history this year. We'll be doing some more lectures to help 11th graders kind of start preparing for possible life after TNCS. Should students choose to go to college, they would probably be in a class where they will take notes in a lecture. So we don't do this every day. It's not really a TNCS style, but it's been a tradition that Gita Morris started back in the 1970s to try to do lectures every so often. So the way lectures will work in class is I will lecture, and students will take notes and format them, and then I will later record my lecture and post it to the portals page that you just saw. So students have a chance to go back and edit anything that they may have missed, or go back and spell check, you name it, and then they'll turn it in the next day, and I'll return it with feedback to make sure that they're not missing any major information. The other major thing this year, students will participate in National History Day. This will be their major research project of their 11th grade history class. The theme this year is breaking barriers. There are a lot of great topics that fit within our curriculum in 11th grade, and they will have the option to choose to either work alone or in a group. They'll have the option to choose the product that they want to share their information that they've gathered. Usually it's a really great experience, and we will make sure that there is plenty of class time devoted to National History Day throughout the fall semester, and the National History Day project will actually count as their midterm grade. So instead of taking a midterm, they will turn in a completed project by the midterms in December. All right, finally, there is still room for hands-on activities. I missed this today because I was homesick, but this is the all 11th graders plus a few extra students, all 11th graders who are taking the 11th grade course. They are reenacting trench warfare. Now, if you have some familiarity with World War I, it looks a little too sunny and a little too green and a little too happy to be a real trench or a trench simulation, but we wanted to kind of give them an experience of what going over the top was like, as that is part of their World War I soldiers assessment. So you can see Mr. Carmichael and Mr. Wise commanding the troops. The large dodgeballs are the artillery shells, so they would be launched behind the front lines. And then the infantrymen are the people crowding behind chairs. That would kind of simulate the barricades that soldiers had as they moved across no man's land. And then a whistle will blow and the students will have to go over the top. So I'm going to play the short video for you that was recorded by one of my colleagues.
Hey, select these, thanks very much. We'll take all of these, thanks very much. Hey, artillery, here we go. Grab it down, grab it down. Artillery, let's get in the trench. Artillery, infantry, move forward. Move forward. Oh, somebody's got Hayden, you're down. Hayden, you're down, you're casualty. Hayden, you gotta lay down. Artillery.
Alright, so again, as you can see, there's still plenty of room for fun activities in history as well as bigger challenges like the World War I assessment project that your students will be turning in on Monday. Again, if you ever need to reach out to me, my email is clatta@tncs.org. I am more than happy to answer any questions, and again, I sincerely apologize that I was not able to make it tonight, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of your evening. Thank you.